Hello viewers and good morning. Today is a Sunday morning and it's like the 14th. It's European football final day. That's tonight. And Ben's there, look.
No.
Ben and I are walking down to have a look at Weedley Tunnel near Weedley Springs and Sugar Loaf Tunnel. Both tunnels are reported at being 134 yards long, which is about 121 metres long, and it's the second and third tunnel along the Hull and Barnsley Railway. Now, Weedley Tunnel was locked and gated off for quite a number of years, but I believe the gates are open, so we're going to check that out. There's also a 3-arch viaduct that we're going to also film for you, so keep watching viewers. This was this area that we're going to was used as a picture postcard promotional area for the Hull and Barnsley Railway. They even made a series of posters based on the area that I'm going to show you soon. Obviously they picked a sunny day. I picked a July day, which is usually a lot nicer than this, but I've gone for the 2 coats and a hat method today as we head down towards the natural valley that was selected for the 1885 Hull and Barnsley Railway, which then closed in 1965, I believe. My friend Colin, who's a lot older than me, came down here when he was a child, and the demolition crew were lifting one of the lines, and Colin found, you know, one of those like trucks where you could pump a handle up and down and there's 2 people and you can move along. Colin found one of those on the railway line with his friend, and they set off. They were pumping it along, but it didn't have a brake on it and they couldn't stop it. And they actually went past all the demolition crew and they were all like, stop, stop, and they piled all ballast on the track that they were going to, and Colin and his friend had to jump off before this car hit all of the ballast and derailed. I first walked this line and walked the Weedley Tunnel and the Sugar Loaf Tunnel back in about 1988 with my mother and father and my brother, and it was the start of my urge to look at old railways and things like that. And I remember exploring the 2 tunnels. The Drewton tunnel was all fenced off, it wasn't filled in. The west portal is now backfilled with slurry from Stoneledge, but back in 1988 there was just a fence, and my dad said we weren't allowed to climb it, so I never did. But the Drewton tunnel was there for the taking, but I believe we only had like a single 2-cell, and it was the D batteries, you know, the ever ready torches, the waterproof ones back from that era. We only had one of those that just had a little krypton lamp in it, so we didn't have much light, way before the days of lights. As we traversed down towards the Weedley Tunnel. In the centre of the screen now, viewers, is Weedley Springs. I believe it's a natural spring in this area, and the tunnel is named after it, Weedley Tunnel, as we make our way down to the track bed. We're down in a valley now, viewers, as the Hull and Barnsley Railway navvies use the natural lay of the land to select the low point for the Hull and Barnsley Railway. Just climbing over a stile as we now get to the track bed. This is the track bed here, and Weedley Tunnel is that way. So viewers, here is the portal of Weedley Tunnel, and this is the east portal, and it is the entrance to the 3rd tunnel on the Hull and Barnsley Railway from the Hull end. Magnificent architectural masterpiece here on the Hull and Barnsley Railway. So viewers, this tunnel is gated off, so I'm just trying to give you a view in here, and this is the 121 metres or 130 something yard Weedley Tunnel, and this is one that's got a slight curvature on it. We can see old bits of timber in there that I think a farmer's storing in here for dry storage. So we're not going to jump the fence or anything, we're just filming over the fence at the brickwork there that's sort of helical going round, stepping in as this 121 metre tunnel curves to the right going west. So that is the Weedley Tunnel, one of the tunnel refuges there. I believe there'll be another one on the other side about there somewhere, but that is the Weedley Tunnel. I last walked through this in 1988 with my mum and dad. What I do like about the Hull and Barnsley Railway is the portals, the black bricks that they used, and the big large sandstone quay in the centre, and the big ashlar caps on the tunnel portal abutments at either side. We can see there an old telegraph repeater, like a stanchion that's been stuck into the wall there as they built this tunnel. Final look at the Weedley Tunnel as we turn east and go to the Three Arch Viaduct and the Sugar Loaf Tunnel. So Sugar Loaf Tunnel coming up next, viewers. So viewers, we're now on the track bed heading east towards Sugar Loaf Tunnel, and between 1885 at the railway's opening and 1923, I believe it was, after 1923 when North Eastern Railways amalgamated and took over Hull and Barnsley Railway, there was a re-signalling scheme in 1923. Prior to that, there was a unique signalling system on the Hull and Barnsley Railway. Part of that included a signal box in this block section somewhere along this route. I believe it was on this side, and it was the Sugar Loaf Weedley signal box, and that was a very isolated area to be along this line because there's no villages in the immediate vicinity, the nearest one being South Cave, which is 3 or 4 miles that way, and there was no real access to get to it at short notice. Therefore the signal man, the signal man that was here on a night would be literally isolated on his own, and in bad weather it was reported that there was strange sounds and noises from all the trees and things like that. So I enjoy stuff like that, but I'm not a paranormal person, but I enjoy sort of having a nice warm signal box with a stove fire going, watching the trains go by. But that's just me. Heading on now towards the Three Arch Viaduct and Sugar Loaf Tunnel. So viewers, we've travelled further along the cutting east heading towards the Three Arch Viaduct. And I just wanted to show you the steepness of the cutting here. On the other side of Drewton's tunnel, which we visited a few years ago, link in description box to that video, the cutting was the deepest cutting in the UK, I believe, and it was about 50 metres deep, I think, from memory. Was 4 years ago when I went there, but the information's in that video, and it was one of the steepest cuttings in the UK. It's all now sadly filled in with landfill. And just to report that the chalk cut out of this hill, because this is all chalk around here, the chalk was used on the embankments further towards Hull, through Willoughby and Cottingham areas. There's large areas of embankments, and there was a 5-arch viaduct over one of the roads which I've forgotten the name of, but it isn't Eppleworth Road as people tell me in the comments. It was something else. I'll put the name on screen now, and I have checked, it is what it's called. And that's that way as we head off towards the 3-arch viaduct. We can see here, viewers, where the embankment's filled a little there. The embankment, the side of the cutting has failed and slipped down. It's been pushed to one side, probably by farmers, long after the closure of the railway, so they can have their farm access. As we head off this way towards the tunnel, we can see the edge of the cutting here, where the navvies have tried to like bank it up with shale here. They've like pushed it back and cut it to give a natural edge to the edge of the P-way. So I imagine one of the tracks would have been here, and then the next one there, because this was a double track line going up and down to Hull. Here we are, viewers. Just clean the lens. Coming into shot now is the 3-arch viaduct, and behind it, just poking through the trees, is Sugar Loaf Tunnel. There is a photograph, an old photograph, that I'll try and find and put on screen now, of about this area, and on the left there's a set of catch points. I believe there's even a sign saying catch point. As we head down towards Hull on this line, it does go downhill as well. So there was a set of catch points before the tunnel, and this was the area that was used in the picture postcards for promotional purposes of the Hull and Barnsley Railway. As we can see, one of the arches there. I'll show you the other arches in a few moments when we get closer, viewers. So here we are, viewers, a little closer to the 3-arch viaduct, and the parapet wall looks to have been removed some time ago. I don't think I've ever seen it in situ, and the photographs that I took and my father took back in 1988, I can't locate them. I might find them one day in the future, and if I do, I'll put those up on my Instagram, so check the link out for that in the description box, and I'll probably put them up on my community page as well. But this is the 3-arch viaduct here as we approach Sugar Loaf Tunnel. Fantastic craftsmanship from the navvies who built this 3-arch viaduct, I can't speak, 3-arch viaduct back in the 1880s for the opening in 1885. As we look at the portal of Weedley Tunnel, no, Sugar Loaf Tunnel. We can see the depth of the cutting here, viewers, as we approach Sugar Loaf Tunnel. We can see it has been blocked off, but we'll see if we can get over the blockage just to show you inside the tunnel, because this is a very special one. Just have a look over the top here. Sugar Loaf Tunnel, 121 metres of Hull and Barnsley Railway architecture. We can still see some soot deposits on the roof of this tunnel. Just going to see if we can get round this now. So these concrete blocks are new, I believe. They might have been part of the old fence that I remember. What I also remember is that little collapse there, that was there in 1988 when I came here on a very old Explorer. I remember that was like that back then. And the decay of the brick faces was like that then as well. I also remember the echo. So we can see up ahead the destructive force of the work that Stoneledge are doing in their #quarry, which is really just a dumping ground. Don't usually call people out, but they're just piling that full of crap. So, yeah, tunnel, 121 metres. Slight damage to the faces of the bricks there, but nothing that couldn't be repaired. It's fully repairable, this one. Structurally intact, no cracking or movement of the tunnel walls, apart from obviously that bit. But the chalk behind that is solid. That is more likely a simple failure of the brickwork, and the chalk behind it, the loose chalk's just fallen out, but the actual structure is solid, so not a cause for concern there. Obviously you wouldn't run high-speed trains past it, but just to walk through is fairly okay. I mean, that a lot of it looks worse than it is. It almost looks like someone's been picking at it. Someone's been drilling that, because there's all holes in it, look. Drill, 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 as if they've been trying to cause a collapse, but that isn't how you bring a wall down. They are intentional chisel marks, those, with an impact, you know, with a chisel, an air-fed chisel. So who's been trying to do that then, I wonder? Answers in the comments, viewers. Who do you think's been trying to intentionally collapse this portal to seal it off? I wonder. Obviously I can't say for certain, because I do not know. We've got a refuge there with someone swept dirt into that. You see some more soot deposits on the roof of the tunnel there. A lot of the soot deposits were because this was near the highest point of the railway, so the trains were on sort of full steam, so there would have been a lot of chuffing going this way. Because as I don't know if you can see on camera, because this is horizon stabilised, this is going uphill fairly steeply as well. So as we pass some more rubble there, there's a lot more debris in here than I remember there was even a few years ago. We can see that the actual floor height is going up inside as the slurry backwash from Stoneledge is sort of gently making its way in this tunnel, steadily sealing it off. Hopefully one day the works at their quarry will end and they'll go somewhere else and it'll all dry out and these tunnel portals will be saved. But time moves on and these tunnels aren't in use anymore. You can see there where the refuge is almost like filled in, and something has pushed the debris in like that. Getting more wet now as we approach the infill here inside the tunnel. My boots are already wet. I'm probably going to change my boots when I get home. That is very moist though, very moist indeed. Might try and go down the edge. There's a brick there to stand on and an old gate post. Stand on that. We can see there's been people in here fairly recently, which is a good sign. People still are interested in these old structures. Oh dear, that's deep. That's quite deep. Deep mud there. And if it hardens off at all. Not really. Should have brought wellies. Stiffer here, but my right boot was fully inserted in the mud there. I would like to get to the end though, just to film that. That's quite deep though, but once we're muddy, it'll clean off in the grass outside. This mud's a bit stiffer, so it's less moist. So make our way forward. Yeah, the mud's harder here, not sinking in it as much. There's just that bit on the way out to do. As we move towards the backfill of the Stone Edge Quarry, the soles of my boots are full now. Someone's ridden a bike in here. I'll see if I can climb up that and show you the other portal. It's fairly solid now, but we can see that the mud has come in a good 20 metres and the portal is nearly completely filled in now. But we'll try and get up there to get a view as we climb up. I'm getting very close to the tunnel roof now, which is a surprise. You can see someone else has been up here recently. There's footprints there. What we'll do is we'll try and get in the quarry and show you the Drewton Tunnel. I don't know how far we'll get. You can see the way they sort of double line these tunnels here. And we'll see the soot deposits there as we're up at the tunnel roof. That's Ben making his way through. As we look at the fantastic keystones that are a feature of these railway tunnels. Let's just move forward. Sorry for the bad camera work, viewers. Might be able to get up there and across, but we'll have a look. In a few minutes. That's quite wet. Oh dear, that's wet. Just get a good point where I can film. So that is the keystone of the Sugar Loaf Tunnel. There was a deer or something up there, it just ran off. Just heard it move, I saw its tail. So the ashlar cap there, and that's the keystone. And the other ashlar cap there of this Sugar Loaf Tunnel. We can see in the centre of the screen there, viewers, there are two railway boundary marker posts and some further ones up there. We can also see where the embankment's collapsed slightly over the years because this area is very wet, doesn't drain well. As we look down at the Sugar Loaf Tunnel east portal, that way is a couple of 100 metres, that way is Drewton's Tunnel. I'm just waiting for Ben to come up and then we can go look at the portal of Drewton's Tunnel. And that is a portal that I've never filmed because it's like this, very moist and muddy. But we'll be going there soon, hopefully, viewers, if Ben makes the climb up here.
I'm carrying half the tunnel.
Yeah, I am. So, viewers, the plan is now to say goodbye to Sugar Loaf Tunnel as we make our way across here on our search for Drewton's Tunnel. Now, this used to be a quarry, and when I came through here in 1988, we were on the track bed. That's completely buried now. None of this was here. This has all been put here by Stoneledge, a quarrying company, and the Drewton's Tunnel portal is only 100 so metres or 120 yards that way. It's not far at all. So join us on our adventure as we head off that way. Or to speak clearly, join us on our adventure as we go that way. So I said that a bit fast, but it's that way. Let's go. So viewers, we're up in the quarry area. That's the active quarry part there. See the deer in the centre of the screen? And our target is down there. That is where we're going. That is the east entrance, no, west entrance of the Drewton Tunnel, which I've never looked at. So it's a personal thing for me. Well, I did look at it, but in 1988, when this quarrying and backfill wasn't here, none of this was here back then. It was just a walk on. So we'll try and get down here and get towards the tunnel portal. It's in there, viewers. What a mess. I'll show you a photograph from my friends IKS. They took a photograph because they came here a good few years ago with AD blown 8 cylinder, and you could see the portal, but now it's completely overgrown by the looks. We'll try and get as close as we can without it getting dangerous, because we don't take risks. But yeah, that ALW research team, the ground's getting sloppy again, because the problem is it's easy getting down, but we've got to get back up. That's the issue, and that looks very moist going down there. So we're just going to get as far as we can, but the tunnel portal is in there. Somewhere. Viewers, I'm lower down now, and I think the tunnel portal's in there, in and amongst all that, which is hard to believe, but I think it is in there. You can see the edge of the cut in there where the navvies have cut the natural chalk away. See how soft this is. It's quite hard actually. I thought it'd be a lot softer than that. Seems to be wetter over that side. Let's see if we can get any closer. Am I in the wrong thing? Am I in the wrong place? I think I'm in the wrong place. So I can't see a tunnel there. Unless they've totally backfilled it. But I don't understand how these trees have got here. So viewers, this footage is from IKS Exploration from a good few years ago. And if you look right, you can see the railway cutting I was just showing you. And then above the tunnel portal, there's a row of trees, and I'm looking at those rows of trees. It's that much higher. Stone Ledge have completely filled the tunnel portal in. Everything that Ian's looking at now is underground, and I'm a good 3 or 4 metres above, and I'm stood right above the tunnel portal. Ian's a really good mate. Check out his video. Link in the description box. Can't see any sign of the railway, but why would it be quarried there? Just scared some birds, unfortunately. Didn't want to do that because it gives away my position. But there's no sign of the railway tunnel there at all. I wonder if it's totally buried, but this water's draining into something. I wonder if they filled the back. I wonder if they filled the west portal in with mud. Who knows? Because I don't. If you know, viewers, please do leave a comment. We've brought cover now, viewers, and we're further into the quarry because I was at the wrong bit. We'll come round because I think the tunnel's in here somewhere. So it's about 10 AM on a Sunday, so there's not many people around, and I think everyone's looking forward to the football final in the Euros today. So we're just having a look for this tunnel portal. Looks like a natural lay of land over there. Wonder if there's anything over here. That's just a quarry. Oh gosh, I can't believe how lost I am. Unless it is that and it's totally filled in now.
That's my thinking.
Totally filled in. Yeah, because the only other clump of trees is there.
The cutting goes straight to it.
Yeah, the cutting used to go straight to it. when I walked it a long time ago, but it was not far from the other tunnel. So I'm just gonna have a quick. Huh?
I think it is there.
That, yeah. Let's just get off the road and we'll just do a nav check. So it might be down there, but I think it isn't. I think it's where Ben said it was, where we've been looking. I think we're just lost. So, right, just hope the Sacker van ain't gonna come and do a check. The only other place it could be, I can hear a vehicle up there. Stand in this corner and I'll do a nav check. If we get caught and asked to leave, we'll just leave. So viewers, it looks like the tunnel entrance has been buried by the quarrying works. That is such a shame. It was still visible about 2 years ago when I droned it, but now it's gone. But what we do have to show you is the 5th tunnel vent. Now this tunnel vent has had the capping taken off the top, and if I can find the footage from when I was below this, I'll show you the footage of that. We've got some large sandstone cappings here, and here is the 5th and final tunnel vent right here. There we are, viewers. 5 tunnel vents in one tunnel and the daylight above. So viewers, this is the tunnel vent, the 5th tunnel vent of the Drewton's tunnel, and this is the most westerly tunnel vent along its route. There's an interesting like steel piece there, don't know what that's for, and that has been built into the vent. There's a look around here, there's markings of 2, 3, 10, 12, so 23rd of October 12, not quite sure what that's all about. They look like they've been added to the tunnel, so they're not new. They're not, correction, they're not from the original era, they're from more modern times, and it looks like it's had repointing done. So I wonder if the repointing was done 23rd of the 10th 12. So that is 12 years old. Is that right? Yeah, 12 years old. As we look at the repair work done, it's interesting that they're still repairing these. So someone is in charge of looking after these. Paul thinks it's still part of Network Rail, like a don't know, I don't really know. If you know, please do leave a comment. Who's maintaining these old tunnel vents? Who owns them? Who's in charge of them? Because I'm not sure. Do you know, Ben?
Not a clue.
No, we're not sure. So there we are. That is the 5th tunnel vent. We couldn't find the tunnel portal, but I'll try and put another picture of it up now. That is not my picture. I do have some drone footage of it actually, so I can put that up now. And this drone footage was taken back in 2021, I think. We also, Dave and I, went looking for the tunnel portal back in about 2020, but Dave was wearing waders and it was a hot day and it was just too much, so we abandoned that and climbed up and took a photo near a farmer's like trailer thing, which was one of my profile pictures for years. But the tunnel portal that you can see in the drone footage now seems to be buried due to the quarrying works, and it is now sadly lost forever, unless we didn't find it and it's still blatantly there. But we couldn't find it, could we? And we had a good look around, and we even followed the tunnel vent lines. So there's like 5 vents in a row, and if you look on Google Maps, they're like in a line, and then the tunnel portal was at the end of like what would have been the 6th vent, if that makes sense. So nothing there, but this is the 5th tunnel vent of the Drewton tunnel. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe and check out Ben's channel, King of Winter, on Instagram. And I will see you every Thursday at 4 PM UK time. Bye bye for now. Say bye, Ben.
Bye.